Welcome back, everybody. The question, was the Call of Duty, the Activision Blizzard purchase, worth it for Xbox? I mean, it's not gone through yet. We're still waiting. We've got some stupid politicians trying to hold it up. But irregardless, it's going to go through. I think that's inevitable. Is it worth it for Xbox? Well, a new poll from YouGov says yes. Yes, it absolutely is. And we're going to go over that today. It's very exciting to talk about, very interesting rather, to see people's mindset, how they think, how they view the Activision Blizzard purchase on Microsoft and what it means for Game Pass. Before we do, like, subscribe if you like all things Xbox. I'm X1 the Gamer. We're covering all things Xbox right here on this channel. Let's jump into it. Here we go. This is from YouGov. How many users could the Microsoft Activision deal bring to Xbox Game Pass? Now in this, they conduct a few polls. They first quote Phil Spencer, the CEO of Microsoft Gaming. He says, upon close, we will offer as many Activision Blizzard games as we can within the Xbox Game Pass and PC Game Pass, both new titles and games from Activision Blizzard's incredible catalog. And this is what he said when they announced the Activision Blizzard deal. Now let's dive into what the poll asks. So the poll asked players whether or not or what title would get them to jump over and subscribe to Game Pass. And it breaks it down by percentage. This is the US, and then we break it down by the UK. So in the US, 19% of all players say Call of Duty, then Diablo's coming in at number 2. World of Warcraft comes in at number 3, which really surprises me. Although when you think about it, it's not that surprising. MMOs, PC, it's always been PC. It's never been on console. I don't imagine that Warcraft necessarily pulls people over. I think more likely what it does is it expands your player base for World of Warcraft, in that it brings players on console who have maybe never played World of Warcraft into the fold, rather than bringing World of Warcraft hardcore PC players over to a console. So that does make sense when you think about it. Crash Bandicoot 3, Spyro the Dragon 3, Overwatch, StarCraft, Guitar Hero, and Heroes of the Storm all come in at 1. Call of Duty, it's a similar breakdown, although Warcraft comes in number 2 and Diablo comes in dead last there. That's the only difference. So Call of Duty clearly is the big lead. Now, what YouGov does is goes through and combines them all. And when you combine all of the major Activision titles, they say if we combine all the major Activision titles presented to respondents, we see 43% of Xbox gamers in the US and 48% in the UK would consider signing up for Game Pass if all the titles were on the platform. And that is the power of the Activision Blizzard purchase. That's exactly the strategy and the reason that you do it. You get these titles so that people subscribe to your Game Pass. And then all the other games on there is a bonus. If I'm a Forza player, I'm probably on Game Pass already. If that's the only game I play, if that's my big main title. Why? Because I get it for free day one. Why am I going to spend $60 per title, $100 if I want the bonus stuff, when I can get it for free and then just pay for the extra bonus DLC expansions, the VIP thing, for $20? Why would I not do that? It's a no-brainer. That's exactly what you're going to do. Same with the Call of Duty. I mean, Call of Duty is such a huge franchise. So if you look at that 46%, I wonder what that breaks down into in pure numbers. How many additional subscribers that means. And I bet you it's in the millions or hundreds of thousands at least. As I think about millions, like millions a big number. I bet you it's sizable. Call of Duty is that big of a franchise. The Blizzard Activision catalog is that big of a catalog. It's absolutely huge. Now, what's really interesting here is this next paragraph where they poll PlayStation and Nintendo subscribers, and PlayStation gamers in the US, 46% of PlayStation gamers say they would purchase Game Pass if Activision titles, Blizzard titles were on there. That's actually more than Xbox gamers. And I wonder if the reason is because Xbox gamers, maybe you're losing a sample size because some gamers already have Game Pass. It's like, no, that doesn't make a difference to me. I already have Game Pass. I don't know. I don't know how those numbers break down exactly. But 46% of PlayStation. That's huge. Imagine if let's pretend that poll's not real. It's probably plus or minus 3. Do they say the plus or minus? I don't know. But let's say that it's not real and you only get 30% of PlayStation users on the Game Pass. Has Xbox ever been able to pull away 30% of PlayStation gamers to any of its consoles ever? Have they ever been able to pull away 30% of Nintendo gamers or PC gamers to its console? Ever? I would be willing to bet the answer is no. And so the fact that Game Pass is able to do that, and this deal with Activision, people are indicating in this YouGov poll that they would be willing to do that. 46% for PlayStation, 46% for Nintendo, 42% for PC gamers, and 27% for smartphone gamers. That one is an interesting one to me. And that's out of the US. Now, if you bring in the UK, those numbers do drop a little bit. But regardless, let's say it's 30%. Let's say it's 20%. That's a big number, and that's a big deal because it's not just that you're gaining additional subscribers. You're gaining them from other platforms, from your competitors. And that's right. And now that doesn't mean that those players are not going to also purchase your competitors' games. I don't see people doing that necessarily, but what does that matter? What do you care? You're all about getting those numbers up, especially in a subscription model, and you can see why the subscription model is the model of the future. Because look at what that does. What other move could Xbox have done to pull that high of a percentage, away from PlayStation and Nintendo and PC? To its platform. I don't think there is another move. You only get those kind of numbers with a subscription service on Game Pass. I think it makes it palatable. I think it's undisputed the best deal in gaming, and that's what does it. This is just another reason for players to subscribe. I think it's huge. I think this is very interesting now. These polls, they don't mean the end all, the be all. Does reality actually shake out this way? I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see. But I do think it's interesting insight into how people are thinking and what it means. So let's actually take a look at the methodology here. 1,200 US adults online. So online polls tend to be a little bit less accurate than in-person polls and speaking polls. So take that. Data is weighed by age, gender, education level, political affiliation, and ethnicity. Results are nationally representative adults in the United States. The margin of error is 2.8% for the overall sample, and 1,200 British adults online as well. Same weights and same margin of error, 2.8%. So it is an online poll, not as accurate as other polling options. I took a polling class in college, guys. I know this. But regardless, it's still interesting. It's still indicative in my mind of the power of the Call of Duty franchise, of the power of the Activision Blizzard deal, of why Xbox went all in on this, and why Game Pass, you're going to hate me for saying it, it's the future of gaming. I'm sorry, subscription gaming is the future of gaming. I don't see how nobody else sees that outside of Xbox. I don't see how PlayStation, they did this half measure. And it's because they're winning. I mean, it's because they've won. And when you're on top, sometimes it's hard to be innovative. Usually it's the people who are, trying to compete that are the most innovative. Anyways, regardless, it's interesting. Let me know what you think. Do you think these numbers are accurate? What do you think the real number is? If you don't think it's accurate, do you think this is a big deal? Let me know in the comments below. Again, I'm X1 the Gamer. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.